Hi guys, it's Loey. So today I wanted to do another contour routine slash tutorial. I don't do this that frequently, simply because I personally prefer working with powders because powders are much more dramatic. However, so many of you on my last contouring routine were asking for more contouring methods for people who have acne or acne scarring right along here. Some of you wanted something more natural, and I thought I will just kill two birds with one stone. So today I'm going to be showing you how I contour using concealer. I personally find liquid foundation a little bit more difficult to work with. So using something like a cream foundation or concealer like I'm doing here is a little bit easier. This method is amazing as well when you're using something full coverage like a cream foundation or a concealer because you don't have to use a separate concealer where you have hyperpigmentation. So I have acne and hyperpigmentation along my cheeks, basically starting up here going down. But because we're using highlighter in that upside down triangle and concealer along the sides of the cheeks, you don't have to use separate concealer or anything like that. But I'm going to quit blabbering and I'm going to show you how I use concealer for contouring and highlighting. You'll want to start off with whatever foundation that you use. So here I have LA Pro Concealer in the color, what in the world are you, Almond, which is just obviously a very, very dark shade. I'm going to take this on the back of my hand, and then I will be dipping a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush, which is actually just very, very small. Mine is stained, I promise it's clean. Basically, if you can see where the top of my ear begins and right here where my cheekbone begins, I'm going to follow that line down here. And I'm pretty much going to stop the product right around here. I don't want it to be too much where it's going to just look very heavy. I will take a tiny bit more and just darken that up a little bit. And do the exact same method. Top of the ear, starting here, following that line down. Then I can take more of that concealer and put it up here at my temple. Since I do have a round face, I'm also going to take this and blend it under my chin. And then I'm going to take some right here on the sides of my nose. Now that that's done, we can move into highlighting. First, I'm going to take this shade again from LA Girl. This stuff is totally optional, but if you have super bad dark circles like myself, I do recommend it. This color is Classic Ivory, and I like it because it has a slightly pink tint. And I'm gonna touch that on those very inner corners where my dark circles are their worst. Then using the color Natural, which is a few shades lighter than my skin, I'm going to use this to draw the areas where I want to highlight. So I'm starting with the upside down triangle. Also going to take this right between those brows and draw up. This shade, or this area, is always naturally a bit lighter. Then I will be taking it down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and right here around the sides of my mouth. This is great if you have lines here or if you're younger like myself. It's going to keep the contour from coming too far in. I'll also conceal here where I'm naturally a bit red. At this point, you can take a brush. I am using the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just going to start to blend all of this. And then for where I concealed, I'm just using a second brush. This is, I think, the Expert Face brush from Real Techniques as well. If you're like me and you have acne on the cheeks and the concealer has not completely and totally covered them, just dab some extra where you have it. Go back in with the same brush and blend again. I'm using a tiny bit of Natural just one more time on that bridge of the nose to brighten everything back up. And that's really it. You have a very naturally looking contoured face, so you have depth where you naturally have depth, and if you are like me, the hyperpigmentation was also covered in that exact same step. So now that all of that is done, you're going to need two different powders as well. This one is from Rimmel. It is the same matte powder. Both of the ones that I will be using today are, but this is in the color Creamy Natural. Wherever I highlighted is where I'm going to put this shade, and it's going to set it off very, very, very well. I will use a much darker color. This is called Sandstorm, again from Rimmel. This is going to go wherever I put that contour. And that's really it. So you have a very, very natural looking contoured face. You could of course amp this up with powder. However, I'm going to be showing you that in an entirely different video. So I'm going to go and finish off my face and then I will be right back. That is it. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give me a huge thumbs up. Again, this is an amazing, amazing way to use concealers for contour and highlight. It looks more natural. It's nicer for dry skin. It's going to stay in place longer. It won't break up on you. It's a really great method, so I thought I would show you guys how I do it. So if you enjoyed, make sure of course to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and until next time, I love you. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!